Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into it. So, I had to cut the recording short earlier. Excuse me for the delay and my lack of organization. I'm trying to get it together. I promise I will definitely get more organized. For the time being, I really just wanted to return and complete the segment. I don't know if you guys were listening, but the topic of the conversation was about health. We did discuss this. I was just instructed by the boss, the big boss, the biggest boss, to bring this topic back up. I think I was told to bring this topic back up for multiple reasons. One, to start preparing people, to remind people that, just because we're going back into the school year does not mean to start eating like a crazy person. It's time to stop partying so much. It's really time to kind of like hone in. And actually this eating, right? Taking care of yourself, drinking water, getting your rest, exercising if you can. Like all of these things ultimately contribute to you becoming a better version of yourself. So this is not harmful to you in any kind of way. I mean, the most that you could probably get out of this is having a sense of, happiness and joy and peace and clarity. I know when you take care of yourself, your clarity, your spiritual insight, especially your emotions, are all more organized and in check. So it's a little easier to have logical thinking when you are, I want to say this. If you are not right spiritually, nothing else is going to be right. But if your spirit, right, is doing what it's supposed to, everything else falls into place. If you want to make the mental and the emotional interchangeable with the spirit, that's fine. But I do believe that your spirit comes first. You know what? The mind and the spirit, to me, could be interchangeable. Only because your brain, your mind has to rationalize everything that your spirit is under, and your mind has to be connected and in tune enough with your spirit to make determinations like, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I can handle this. That is a relationship between the mind and the spirit. And I think this goes back to the health. If you are in a healthy state, the relationship between the spirit and the mind would be a fruitful one. If you are filled with toxins, not sleeping, eating meat, eating cheese, eating, things that don't necessarily contribute to a healthier you, there is definitely room for improvement. I know that when I went vegan, I cut everything out. Cheese, eggs, bread, pasta. I think I ate something fried like once a week, and that was just to have it because I was literally not eating anything, much of anything. I had a much better train of thought, a much more clear thinking. And I think this had a lot to do with me just in the correct environment at the right time. Yeah, I would say that I was with two of the craziest people who introduced me to eating correctly, and it's something that I will always take with me forever throughout life now, because I can see the difference in my attitude, how I respond to things, how I deal with people, how I'm feeling, if I'm sluggish, if my temperament is balanced, my skin, my ability to sleep. All right? So these are just some examples. I'm sure there are other ways to see, if a person is or isn't. But the overall purpose of this conversation is to really get everyone to start looking at how they could take better care of themselves so they can have a meaningful relationship with the Most High and themselves first. Sorry, I let the bikes go past. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. A lot of what's been going on is attributed to this very large gap in between humans, which there shouldn't be, because there's no difference in our DNA, right? But when you go and you start looking at other things, you have to now say, okay, what did my ancestors eat? What did my ancestors do to survive? What is it that I, as a person, can do to be my absolute best self? Your health is very important, especially in the spirit world. You can't afford to be tired. You can't afford to, and I'm not attributing bad health to. I'm not limiting, health to drug use, because there are so many other ways to harm yourself. Lack of sleep, poor diet, I would say promiscuity. I needed another word. I'm sorry. I needed a word for it. Promiscuity. I appreciate being able to have this platform right now and have these conversations. Even though I'm talking to no one at this moment, I do believe people are listening and hearing and really just trying to find out where it is that they can fit in, where this information may be coming from, how they can get this information, multiple things, right? We're in Newark. I have no idea what everybody's thinking. But I do know that the election led up to change. And if you look at, let me think, all the way back to since when you could remember, every time you see a new campaign for a presidential elect, You see a lot of other things change around that. So I'm just saying this because it's the energy that we are all, dealing with right now. This is new energy, and this is not limited. This energy is not limited to the people themselves. The food, your attitude and behavior. So many different things go into your health. I don't think we realize that, because your environment is also a part of what you may be calculating as good health. I think it's extremely important to have an understanding, on what and what not is good. It's sufficient. It's beneficial. Something that makes sense. We haven't had that. Because there are so many different reasons to dislike someone, I won't go that way. That's the easy route. I will take the path that's less followed. This is bliss. This is peace. This is joy. This is harmony. Your ability to stay happy is your health. Your ability to maintain a good weight and drink water and get sleep is your health. Your ability to eat balanced meals, all of these things are factors that contribute to Before I go, I just want to really say thank you for joining me, and for tuning in and just listening to whatever it is that I'm saying that will interest you. There are a lot of reasons to quit, but there are even more reasons to keep. Listen, I just told my manager, you have to be crazy to keep coming here. I'm going to end this, and I just really wanted to stress sleeping water is important. A lot of people are like trying to figure out how to stop smoking, how to stop drinking, how to stop doing pills, how to, stop arguing and fighting with people, how to stop being so aggressive. Like, there are so many different things that we are working on, and I would suggest that you just take your time, one day at a time, and try your hardest. And if you're not successful, don't beat yourself up about it, because you are still human. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much. I appreciate you for listening. I hope your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was blessed and good and had you written all over it. I pray that someone gets to be thankful and spread your glory. And yeah, that's it. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed everything this week. And I really do hope you enjoy this upcoming week and time to get back to school, back to work. Got a lot of things going to be changing soon. So yeah, this was a good summer. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you. Peace.